We are on day 36, and it doesn't matter when you start. The fact is, it's important to start, whether it's now or tomorrow. So this is a good time. Welcome to the feast. My name is Sarah McLean, and today I'm going to be leading a meditation. I wanted to talk a little bit about what meditation we're doing today. As you might, some of you get my newsletter that I send out every day, and today's newsletter focused on beyond peace, beyond peace. Now, I know we're focused on peace. I am, you are. That's the reason, really, for the Feast for the Soul, is to create more peace on this planet and to help you get established in your daily meditation or spiritual practice. Excuse me. But let's talk about what can happen beyond peace. So some of you know I spent some time living in a Zen Buddhist monastery. I lived there for about 2 years. I lived in India in a traditional Hindu ashram under a guru for about 6 months. And I also lived in a Transcendental Meditation community for over 2 years. So I've lived in a lot of communities, and community is such an essential part of my practice. Maybe that's why I'm here with you, creating this community. And you know, even though you don't know each other necessarily, maybe you have a few friends here, it doesn't much matter. I think we all have in our hearts and minds the desire to create more peace in our own lives and peace in the world. But I was thinking about peace, and well, what if we have peace? Then what? Then what do we get? Then what do we get to have? What grows out of that? And so today I'm going to help us experience peace and maybe the beyond peace. What is beyond that? So the meditation I thought we could lead is one which I learned when I was living in India, which is a peace meditation. And I'll add a little bit more. You know, during this time of confusion and the breakdown of things that we used to count on, like walking into a grocery store and meeting a neighbor and talking for a while, you know, nowadays it's a whole different way. And I was likening this to that time between a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. You've probably heard that during that time of being in the cocoon, the caterpillar starts to turn into mush. All its cells start to be replaced by what are called imaginal cells. Imaginal cells. They're cells that they're undifferentiated. They don't have a preconceived notion of what they will be. They just are available for transformation. Now, the word transformation is a one-way ticket. Once you transform, like a caterpillar into a butterfly, there's no returning to the way it was. And this time is like imaginal cells. Maybe it feels a little mushy to you, a little uncertain, although I think with our spiritual practice underneath us, we can feel a little more grounded. But what can be born out of this somewhat of a situation of chaos and a little confusion? What wants to emerge? So today we'll begin with a meditation. We'll do a body scan, a mindful awareness practice. We'll invite some visualization. I know some of you like that. And if you can't visualize well on demand like me, you can just imagine, see it or feel it or imagine it. And then we'll move into a mantra practice. Some of you are used to that by now because you've been with us for a while and people introduce mantras all the time. But what is a mantra? The word mantra simply means instrument for the mind, vehicle for the mind. And what a mantra is really designed for is to allow the nervous system to settle down as the words you silently say to yourself interrupt the constant meaningful or not so meaningful dialogue that's going on. So we'll be using a mantra silently, and then we'll invite some visualization, a peace visualization that I find to be pretty powerful. So let's get started. I invite you to sit back and relax, find that comfortable posture, turn your phone off if you're not on it. And you can close your eyes during this practice. It tends to help to bring the attention inward. But if you want to open your eyes at any time, You can do that. You can gaze around your room or something familiar, especially if you have a little bit of anxiety, and then you can close them again. As some of you know, because I say it often, it's okay to get distracted in meditation. You know, it's the nature of your mind to wander, to be curious, to imagine other things. But your job is to come back again and again, like you're training a puppy. Just bring yourself back home to your own awareness. And speaking of puppies, I just adopted a kitty, which I'll tell you about after the meditation. So let's get comfortable and begin by giving yourself some deeper breaths through your nose. I'm going to be timing this meditation, and I will sound a chime after the meditation or as the meditation comes to a close. So with your eyes closed or gazing softly downward to the floor, I invite you to take some deeper breaths. Breathing in slowly and fully through your nose, and breathing out slowly and fully through your nose. This sends a signal to your body and your mind that it's time to relax. And then let your breath return to its natural rhythm and depth when you feel like you've settled into your space. I'm going to invite you to bring your palms together and rub your palms and hands together, generating a little warmth. Generating a little bit of warmth in your palms. And then softly bring them to stillness and rest them upward on your lap. You might feel some tingling, some aliveness. You might even imagine there's some light that emanates from your hands. As you may know, your hands, when you're an embryo, begin to grow out of your heart center. Your hands are an extension of your heart. Feeling that light, that tingling in your hands. Imagine it also existing in your heart center. Bringing your attention to the gentle rise and fall of your chest. You might even place a hand on your chest. As you imagine the light and the vibration moving in and out from the center point of view. Feel your feet on the floor. Feeling that ground state of solid being right here, right now. And imagine that your whole body is filled with this light, this golden light from your head to your heart to your feet. And with each breath, this light and this life force grows and emanates from the boundaries of your skin all around you. You can place your hand, if it's on your chest, back in your lap. And see, feel, or imagine that you are aglow with light. With each breath, the light becomes more permanent, more stable. We're going to introduce a mantra now. As you tune into your breath, on the inhale, the mantra is Ma, M-A. Ma, which evokes pure compassion, pure love. Ma on the inhale. Om, O-M on the exhale. Sharing that light of compassion and love on the exhale. Ma on the inhale. Om on the exhale. Letting the mind gently rest on the breath and on the mantra. There's no need to force or concentrate. Simply allow that mantra to move in and out of your awareness along with the breath. Ma on the inhale, Om on the exhale. We're going to practice this for a few minutes and I'll keep track of the time. There's no particular feeling you need to be having, except for the one you are having. Simply letting the focus rest gently on the mantra and the breath. Whenever you notice your attention drifting away from the mantra, bring it back with gentleness and kindness and compassion. Ma on the inhale, Om on the exhale. And you can stop repeating the mantra and sit in pure awareness, resting in being. And inviting that light of awareness once again to permeate your entire body. Perhaps you start at your feet and feel your legs glowing with light, your pelvis, your belly and your back, your heart center in front and behind you. The light emanating from your chest and your shoulders, the light emanating from your throat and your neck, light emanating from your face, your eyes, your entire head. You can even imagine a pearl in your brow that glows with awareness and love and light. Visualizing this light between your eyebrows in the center of your cranium. And drawing your breath to it. Now we're going to invite a visualization of peace. Imagining white flower petals of peace falling from the sky onto the earth. You can see, feel, or imagine it. You might visualize these white flower petals of peace showering from the skies to all of nature, to the forests, onto the oceans, onto the rivers and streams, onto the pastures and fields, onto the deserts and mountains. As the flower petals of peace land, you might even imagine that they're bringing peace to everyone and everything they touch, the animals, the plants, the people, the insects. There's no one and nothing that these petals cannot reach, including ourselves, right here where you sit. With these flower petals, peace is showered upon us, compassion is showered upon us, harmony is shattered upon us. These flower petals even reach those that are incarcerated, those who don't have freedom now, those who are suffering. And just for a moment, or hopefully longer, these petals bring more than peace. They bring safety and a sense of being home. Let your mind travel to those you believe are in need. And as they arise into your awareness, invite those flower petals of peace to shower upon them. See, feel, or imagine the effects of this blanket of peace. You might silently say, "May there be peace on this planet." Or silently say, "Shanti, Shanti, Shanti." If you find yourself distracted, come back here, back to the flower petals of peace, the wish for peace. Imagine there's an end of suffering. Imagine there's an end of conflict. Imagine a world where there's an end to greed. Imagine a world where love and compassion triumph over hatred and division. Imagine a world free from disease, fully vibrant and healthy. Imagine a world where everyone matters. Imagine a world where we don't give up on each other. Imagine a world where the animals and plants matter as much as humans. Imagine the world you want to live in. Imagine what can grow out of peace, a world beyond peace. Imagine that everyone and everything gets to express themselves in their creativity and their joy and their potential. resting in this experience, bringing your attention to that glow that emanates in and from you. Tuning into your breath. Letting the feelings of peace and that which is even beyond peace be what surrounds you in your awareness. We'll sit like this for another minute or so before we come out of meditation, and I'll keep track of the time. Before you open your eyes, simply notice how you're feeling in this moment. You might deepen your breath, bring your attention once again to your heart center. I'm going to chant a prayer. It's in Sanskrit. Some of you may know it. Simply means, may all beings in all worlds be happy and know peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So thank you for joining me today. Let's make a collective commitment to sustaining peace on this planet and finding those places that need to be healed within ourselves to embody this and move beyond peace, even beyond peace, into the full expression of joy. So thank you for joining me today. I hope it helped to open your heart and your awareness to the possibility that it can happen. I think we have to imagine it first. Be willing to step into uncertainty. So thank you for joining me today. We can stop the recording.